video on my video series about this really great, technically free-to-play StarCraft 2 arcade game called Era's Zombie Invasion. Basically, if you haven't watched my other previous videos on what this game is all about, it's a StarCraft 2 custom arcade map where you and 10 or 11 other players get together to hold off the zombie invasion. And each player controls a separate country, and you all have to work together to defeat the zombie threat. It is easier said than done, and hoping that you watch my previous videos to get to this point of the topic of this video, which is dun dun dun, Super Ultra Zombie Boss Attack. The Super Ultra Zombie Boss Attack is where the zombies NPCs spawn some kind of crazy concoction of zombie madness. It's usually just like a form of some regular zombie or some regular Zerg unit that has just been buffed up and looks crazy huge and has all kinds of crazy special abilities. Usually they happen about 20 minutes in, and if you have done everything that we've discussed in the other videos up until this point, you should be able to hold it off. And what I mean by everything, you've gotten all of your upgrades, you have, let's see here, you've gotten all your upgrades, you've got a really awesome economy going like Red Rum here has. He's got all these different marketplaces, he's got plenty of wood, he's got plenty of gold, he's got his upgrades going, he's got everything going for him. He's survived, he's held the zombie attack off so far. As you can see here, he's still got all 3 of his walls like I showed you in previous video. But here comes the Super Ultra Zombie Boss Attack, and I just wanted to show off. Look at my Longbow Ranger, look at all them kills, man. Just doing it big time. Oh man, 182. These guys are on the front line. They've survived since the beginning of this game. 20 minutes. I sent these guys off here early to collect some bounty money for me, because I'm still over here just doing my thing, but I'm helping out as well. So let's go ahead and play in the video, and I'll show you what a Super Ultra Zombie Boss Attack looks like. Now they're going to come from the zombie base over here, but this particular one, I believe, is a zombie death blimp. Let's speed it up a little bit, sacrifice a little bit of frame rate to get this thing going. As you can see on the map, the mini-map, it's denoted by a big, crazy-looking Zerg skull. And you see what the zombie death blimp does is it just kind of flies over. It looks like an oversized overlord, but it spews creep and zombies as it goes along. So it can be very difficult to deal with. And it's an air troop, so it's very important that you get archers. But as you can see, Red Drum does the right thing right here. He gets right on it, gets his archers. But as you can tell right here, it's got a lot of hit points. Let's see, 579 hit points. And it is just taking shots from these archers and spewing that creep everywhere, which makes the game very laggy, very difficult to play. And wherever there's creep, of course, a death cluster is going to spawn. So you got to deal with that as well. And as the death cluster spawns, so are zombie troops going to spawn from it. And the more and more it goes. So this is a really difficult zombie boss to deal with. And they usually spawn in groups. Like here, oh man, he's got to deal with 2 of them at the same time. That's just terrible. These guys are getting dealt with. These guys are getting dealt with hardcore. But if you're doing the right thing, there's a little bit of lag. If you're doing the right thing, you should be able to survive. If you've gotten to this point and you have created kept a standing army of at least 20 to 30 troops, archers, you should be able to combat these. Now, the best way to deal with this is 2 ways. You can either let it pass and just concentrate on the death clusters that spawn, which it looks like that's what Red Rum's doing here. And then if you're a border country, that's probably the best way to do it. And then let some of the other countries deal with it, because you got to hold off the front lines as well. But you want to get after that thing as quickly as possible. And then you see here, as you can see here on the bottom, there's 2 of them here, and it is just causing havoc and making it difficult for everybody playing. But that is just one of the Super Ultra Zombie bosses. And actually, I'd rather have this one than the other ones, because some of the other ones are really destructive. You get the Witch Queen that spawns, and she's basically like a super powered Kerrigan that spawns and teleports around. And as she teleports around, she destroys buildings, and she's just really difficult to deal with. As a matter of fact, she's had to be nerfed in previous versions because she was a little bit too strong. And then, of course, you get the really supersized zombies that just come in, and they're just like the regular zombies, but they're just really huge, and they're very strong and fast, and they spread creep with them, so all the other zombies move quickly across the surface. And then there's also the boomers. Boomers are big giant zombies. You don't really see them until much later in the game, but they're like moving atom bombs. They go and they find a structure and they just go kaboom and they blow everything up. But I did want to highlight that this does happen about 20 minutes in, so you really want to make sure that you have yourself a nice little standing army of archers, and you got to work together. It's really important for all the players in the game to work together to get rid of these zombie boss attacks as quickly as possible. Because if you don't, I mean, like this one's made it all the way to Carthage, which is really bad for Carthage because Carthage has, as you can see, has ground troops, Warbear, which is really strong against ground zombies, but they just cannot attack that zombie death blimp, so it's going to be really difficult for them to take care of that. But aside from that, that's how that works, and you just got to make sure you destroy those death clusters before they overrun your base, and do the best you can. But if you've done everything like I told you to do before, and you've created a strong economy, and you got plenty of troops ready to go, you should be able to handle that very well. And I see here they've made it to second era. I'm going to end the video right now at that, and the next video I'll be talking about what you need to do with the second and third era. Pretty much second era is a lot like the first, except for there's a lot more going on as far as the zombies are attacking a lot harder. You've got a whole new set of upgrades to take care of, and you've got new units. So I'll do a whole nother video on that, and I really appreciate you watching this video, and if you learned anything or just generally want to help me out, go ahead and put a like on that button there. Give me a like on this video and subscribe for more videos. I'm going to continue doing this video series all the way up into advanced. So even if you don't know, if you know everything that we've gone through already, but you want to learn some more of the advanced techniques, I will be going over those eventually as I go through this video series. So stay tuned. And as always, thank you very much for watching this video, and have a great day.